Dark Passage have made the long trip, and they've definitely made it worth it. These guys will have gained valuable experience throughout the course of this, regardless of win or lose, and they have put on one hell of a show.
Yeah, and hopefully this last game is going to be insane as well. Interesting to see once again Rise with the cookie. So he went deep into the utility tree, most likely due to the fact, well, Rise doesn't need those last points in the offensive tree. And it's Rise.
He doesn't benefit from the AP that's in there, so he needs to get the extra mana. So you go into utility and you get the mana regen, and you get the biscuit, and you get extra wards. It's all very useful stuff. And again, as a lot of their team, movement speed. So it's very, very rapid, mobile, fast team. So they're going to have to chase people down left, right, and center. This time, however, you do not see that start from Copenhagen Wolves that we saw before. They have not all gone down that top lane as it would be from this side in towards that top bush. You do see, ooh, the flame misses. Nice dodge from Holy Thoth.
He was actually in touching range. It was like melee range for Janna. She was just like, okay, I'm Janna, I'm going in, and then just walked away.
I have a feeling he was trying to walk in towards Wraith to put the ward down. Didn't expect the pathing to run him around that top side. Thought he was going to go around the river instead. And so yeah, panicked at the last second, but he did get ward down there. Now he's making his way back through. This time he has Naru in support though, so a little bit safer. And he should be able to get that ward down. Got a little bit of a cannon in his face, but you see Reckless and Limited actually go down towards the bottom lane to do this golem pairing. We'll drop a ward in Tri-Bridge to make sure they are not disturbed, having a bit of alone time with the double golems.
Yeah.
Reckless having a little bit more alone time than Unlimited and walking away from it. But in counter to that, we do see Phoenix and the Thoth using a little bit of experience here from the Wolves, helping. Okul is out, and they should get level 2 nice and easy because of that in the bottom lane as well. Naru Fabulous doing the same as Race, getting themselves a little bit of extra experience, getting up towards that top lane. Fabulous tanked it, so he's taking a little bit of damage, but got plenty of regen, got plenty of potions. He'll be back up to full health in no time at all. And in actual fact, it's not unheard of to see these players run lifesteal on James. No, but he's not. Okay, so that's irrelevant.
It looks like the lanes are just slowly sliding into place. Red buff finished for Evelyn. Trundle a little bit fast, but Trundle is a really fast jungler. Evelyn sometimes, well, tends to be a little bit slower, but so much more deadly because she's, well, not able to be spotted out by any type of ward. And I'm interested here by Jace. Jace putting down the ward in the river bush, or rather not in the river itself completely. It's quite interesting to see him not putting down a vision ward there instead.
Youngbuck hitting level 2 before Fabulous, despite the fact Fabulous did the Wolves because Fabulous did the race because Youngbuck did the Wolves. And as a result, he forced a very early flash out of Fabulous. And when you've got Evelyn wandering around the map in stealth, of course there's no pink ward in that top lane, so you can walk straight past it. Fabulous has got to be a little bit paranoid at the moment because she could be close by without him realizing. She's heading up there, but she's not quite too close yet. Bottom lane there just poking each other backwards and forwards, using that shield to lay some extra damage down as they dodge some damage. Well, you do see Fabulous safe under the turret. Unlimited actually taking quite a bit of poke while he's trying to land that death sentence. Well, does not manage it, so slight advantage DP in that situation. Shoot decided to pick a new target as Fabulous is unavailable, and that target is his Rise. Coutard goes in, can't quite land that extra damage, going to get the stun, and he will. Shoot comes in from one side, the Ignite goes down, a little bit more damage. Can they pick up the first blood? Last auto attack picks it up. Rise is down. Coutard gets that bonus 400 gold, and it's a good start for the Copenhagen Wolves.
And again, this is the power of Evelyn. You can't see her coming in, and suddenly she is there, and she's going to wreck face. Well played there by, of course, the mid laner Coutard and the jungler Shook. And immediately Teoclus, he's trying
TP into the bottom lane, so Rise is coming down straight off the spawn, gets in behind Reckless, the snare goes out, initial damage is there, the Ignite ticking down, Naru with an immediate return kill, and Phoenix using the reset, tries to get onto Unlimited, can't quite manage to land the slug.
That was an amazing teleport right after he died. They didn't see that one coming, most likely. Well, it is so powerful in teleport, especially on Rise. The Ignite is definitely not missed here, and Shook and Coutard actually jumping right into Teoclus. Teoclus using the pillar, flash from Coutard over the pillar, forces Teoclus to actually flash over the wall. And Janna in the bot lane actually taking massive damage here from Unlimited. He really needs to watch out. One death sentence could be the end of his life. And, oh, beautiful play and one auto attack. Beautiful kill there by Unlimited.
I loved it. Unlimited was staying close. He could have done that combo much sooner, but he was waiting for that play passive to stack up, that bonus damage that stacks over time. Then he pulled him in Then he landed that last auto attack for the first burst of damage, picking himself up that kill. So nicely done and nicely calculated by Unlimited. He's going to go back, give himself a nice little bit of extra gold to play with. Could grab an earlier Ruby Crystal, there it is, and plenty of wards to keep them safe. But Achilles goes straight out in the top lane though. Young Buck just taunts away to safety.
It's not going to happen. It's really hard to gank a Shen. We saw it before, I believe it was with Maluno, I think. He was waiting all the time in that top push, trying to gank Young Buck, but it wasn't going to happen. And again, in the middle, Naru is taking massive damage. He's trying to juke out all of those lightning shurikens. Still gets 2 stacks of the Mark Storm on him. But Shuk again, just hanging about in the mid lane and putting pressure on Naru, not going to allow him to stack up his tier.
Yeah, so we still have that 400 gold lead for Copenhagen Wolves. It is more or less just that first blood. Phoenix getting pulled back in. Reckless though can't get any damage through that shield, so Jana doing a good job at the moment, keeping her on her toes. But the Death Center goes out, pulls him in.
And Holy Phoenix taking quite a bit of damage once again. The flip over Pacemaker just doing his share of damage, but again, neither AD carry can kill each other right now.
Phoenix is still got to play this very carefully. Unlimited is looking for an opening, looking for an opportunity, and another Peacemaker goes across. Reckless taking him down lower still. Reckless, in fact, is just about into level 5. A couple more waves and he's going to hit 6, so we'll have to try and... Phoenix needs to get a base in before that happens, otherwise he could be in serious trouble. One Peacemaker and an ultimate will be enough to finish him off very soon.
So again, well played by Jana. Just look at that shield exactly as it hits mid-air.
There it is.
Death Sentence lands, and now Holy Phoenix might go down. The barrier goes out. He's trying to get out of there, but fortunately Reckless without his ace in the hole. And Holy Phoenix now in the position he has to go back to base in the middle. Again, counter going in, Shuk going in as well. Slicing those one comes out, and Naru gets blown to bits.
So there's Shuk using that Evelyn too.
But there's more going on. The bot lane, Theoclus, he is on his way. Reckless with the Pillar of Filth. He's going to get, oh, here's a teleport as well from Fabulous. They're going to go straight for Reckless. But here's the sign tonight from Jen. He is going to survive, or is he? Immediately the Ignite goes out to Fabulous. Fabulous trying to get out of there. Is he going to survive? No. Yes. No, he's going to go down. And immediately Shuk coming in from the side. There's so much action. Theoclus is going to go down. And from the side, counter coming in. Holy Phoenix is going to go down. Ace in the hole. And wow, the entire team, except for Rice, getting obliterated in one fell swoop by the two Copenhagen Wolves, and they are going straight, probably for Dragon right now.
They're going to get this Dragon, and they could possibly come back and finish the tower afterwards as well, but in one fell swoop, Copenhagen Wolves may just have won themselves the game right there. They are so far ahead here now. With the extra 1,000 gold coming out from this Dragon, they're going to be up by 3,000 gold. And look at how many kills are on that cannon. 3-0-0. Kaltard is the one that's been picking them all up. They weren't even funneling them towards the Reckless this time, no matter what they can try. And yes, you can see on your screens how much gold he has to spend when he goes back. Instantly buys an Abyssal Scepter. No parts, just buys it outright. And now Rise isn't going to be able to touch him in that mid lane. He's already been killing him over and over with the help of Shuk. Now he's not going to need Shuk's help. He's going to steal that blue buff away, probably almost as soon as he gets back into the lane. And DP have a mountain to climb if they want to get back into this game.
It was so well played by the Wolves. One by one, they came in and added more and more fuel to the fire. And I have to say, it was an amazing fight. All those ultimates stacking up, one after another.
Providing Wolves are smart now, they will only take fights when they're there as a team or when they know for a fact they are stronger. Most of these fights, they're going to be stronger now, so it's really all on DP to make these opportunities, these 2v1s, these 3v1s, 3v2s, getting the numbers advantage on their side to try and claw their way back into this. You can see in that mid lane, Trundle wants to try it, but whether he'll be able to get off that cannon is a very doubtful fact. Until then, Copenhagen Wolves can pick what fight they want, and they will be able to take objective after objective when they want to take it. See Phoenix pushing Reckless back into that mid lane. Kaltard right up towards that turret. Naru gets to use his ultimate to clear it out, and once more Young Buck dodges away from Trundle. Kaltard uses his ult in the mid lane though. Can't quite land the stun on Naru. That's a little bit keen. May have been a misclick.
Yeah, but it did.
He can afford to do it at the moment.
Yeah, true that. Quite surprised he didn't go for the immediate Zonyas. That's usually what you see on the cannon. Getting right in there, but Shuk is coming in from behind, and Fabulous might just go down. Immediately leap to the skies. He has Thundering Blow available, and he uses it. Shuk decides not to chase it down.
Yeah, Youngbuck, if he'd have got there first and got the tower aggro, Shook possibly could have kept going, but Shook could not do it if he had tower aggro and others have to back away. Phoenix, another shield comes up, doing a bit of fair damage trading there with Reckless, but Trundle's coming around behind.
Yeah, the box is going out. Holy Phoenix taking massive damage. Might go down. The Ignite is sticking on him. Reckless using the barrier. Will he survive? Does go down. But Unlimited playing Holy Hawk right back into the tower. And oh, the tower hits. Look at the damage going down there.
Unlimited 3-0-2.
So amazing. And against Unlimited, ban out trash. We saw it last game. It was banned out. And this game, Unlimited with the unlimited death sentences.
Here's one of the biggest problems newer teams have when it gets to the situation. Everything's on the line. They have one unfortunate fight because they stay just that little bit too long and everyone on Wolves managed to close in on them and get the gap down. And as a result, they know they need to get back into it. They know they need to make this advantage up. So they go a little bit too aggressive and they try that little bit more to get a kill. And unfortunately, it just works against them, staggers them away, and they drop further and further behind. 9-2 now, and the gold lead is stretched up to closer to 4,000. Shook still looking to bully Naru around as if he's not having a bad enough time, but this time it's not worked out, and he doesn't clear out another quick wave with his ult.
The issue for the guys from Dark Passage is right now they have to get to that late game. They have to get Ryze really tanky, they have to get to the poke with Jace, and of course level 18 for Tristana with 4 items. Counter now chasing down
top lane, sorry, we do see a dive going onto Fabulous, and they do manage to finish him off very quickly, and Hoff gets caught out in the bottom lane. Flay goes down, hitting the hole from over the wall at point blank range. May have been a bit overkill.
Yeah, Trundle was thinking about going in, but then Holy Thought just got annihilated, and in the middle, Naru, he's just warming up. He can't really go in and try and deal some damage, because Holy Phoenix is pretty much split from the body. Reckless dealing quite a bit of damage, and Limited coming in as well. And Trundle coming in from the rear. They might want to go for it. Last-ditch effort going in right now.
And there you go, Octavius comes around the backside, Shenel goes out as well there, they fire out the hook, does catch onto Holy Phoenix, he gets taunted up in turret range, and Reckless with another Peacemaker gets himself a third kill.
Yep, we have Coutard coming in from the middle and walking away. You know,
we do see Reckless actually skipping that third Doran's Blade this time too. Realizing he's that far ahead, he doesn't need to worry about the damage output from Holy Phoenix. He can get himself a nice and quick BF sword instead, and it's paying off. That is in the hole. Those Peacemakers doing that bit extra damage, giving him those kills, catching him up. The 12-2 now in favor of Copenhagen Wolves. Outside does take a bit of punishment there from Naru, but very quick lightning rush gets him out and to safety.
Top now actually getting zoned away from his turret. The turret leading to that, now getting destroyed by Reckless and Limited. That's going to allow them to walk out of the lane, maybe pressure some other nice places on the map. Shook again fighting Naru, and Naru does not like Shook, or Shook does not like Naru. I think it's going to be
Shook
mutual.
was just waiting there, Naru just ran into him. It's a bit rude, I think, to be honest, but Shook warned him, gave him that little nudge, a couple of spikes up his feet. And Naru did make a run for it. Shook now running down towards Holy Thoth. He wasn't in stealth when he first went into that ward, so they did know he was coming. But is he going to do this again? He did it twice in the... oh, there it is. Did it twice in the semi-finals. Again here now.
Yeah, Shook, every single time they actually got ahead, Shook was always there the moment the blue respawned. He had the spine in hand, and, well, Shook give it, and Shook takes it away.
Coutard now has 2 to deal with in the mid lane, and he's going to bait them in because Shook's here again. And a great ult from Holy Thoth pushes Shook into the tower and Coutard away, but they still have so much damage. Nice base tank by Naru, but Youngbuck comes behind, and Naru gets taunted up. The kill onto Janna is done. Shook's going to keep chasing. Coutard's coming in, but the Octavius is here. Shook is getting walled off thanks to a trophy. There's the Fabulous. Shook gets knocked down on them to manage to get away, but it's not before he picks himself up another kill. And Thresh is going 4-0-4 and is on our rampage.
And I'm getting the feeling we have found the new prince, the fresh prince of Bel-Air right here.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not go with the
He is
prince
making so many great death sentences right here. The plays, they are spot on every single time. And Naru is going to try and pick up the gold. It's pretty low though. And, well, uses desperate power to get some spell passes.
Yeah, so Naru clearing out those golems just before he faces again. Gold lead is stretching up. even further to 7,000 gold. You do see Young Buck again forcing Fabulous out and away. Fabulous is the first time he's really left that top lane in fair while, and well, rightly so, he's a little way behind. He's only got 106 farm, which is the same as thereabouts as Shen, but unfortunately 1 and 2 against 205. Not going to level it out. Dragon is up, and we do have Okalis in the pen, clearing out some wards, but is he going to start it? The pings are on. You see DP closing in to that pen.
Tries actually leashing the dragon, making it work for him like a pet. And oh man, it's Teolocus, there we go. And you were saying you were going to trip over his name.
Young Buck actually coming out behind, chasing in onto Rise at that point. Rise being able to kite him quite well. They did manage to push them off. This Drake Unlimited gets another great hook out.
Holy Top, he is going to get burst down. Iron is going out, and a beautiful hate spikes from Shooks. And in the top lane, Young Buck actually picking up a kill as well. This means Copenhagen Wolves is going to be able to pick up the dragon. And this is just huge. They're slowly but surely, well, not really slowly, they're just expanding their lead exponentially.
16 and 3. It's gone beyond the point now where DP have to pick their fights carefully and regain this advantage, and Copenhagen Wolves can do what they want. It's got to the point now where more or less anyone at Copenhagen Wolves could probably go against 5 people and get out alive. They wouldn't get the kills, but they could probably get out alive. They are incredibly strong right now, and they are doing such a great job, and this is the key thing about that, of responding to their teammates. If someone is found, if someone is caught, everyone else converges on them very, very quickly. That's what won them this game. That fight in the bottom lane, it started out 2v2 with the jungler intervention. It ended up having all 5 members close in on that bottom lane. Naru was dead. All 5 members of Copenhagen Wolves were down there by the end of that fight. That's what won it for them. That teamwork, that cohesion, that reaction. And as a result, that's what keeping them so safe and so aggressive in the enemy jungle here.
Shook's now running right into Holy Hot, but he's backing off just as Holy Hot lands the Howling Gale. And Reckless, I'm getting the feeling he's trying to bait out a response from the team of the Dark Passage. Whereas Young Buck, he's now pushing down the bottom lane. Finished his secondary giant spell. Probably going to be picking up the Warmock's armor sooner or later.
See Young Buck hiding into the bushes. Naru's already fallen down to him once, but he is out of the range of taunt this time around. Reckless Unlimited back in that mid lane, that terrifying combo in which the support has more kills. And Reckless finished his Bloodthirster, but still bought an extra Doran's there, so he did really want that third one. For one reason or another. He's now going to one-man defend against the 3-man push of DP in this mid lane. Shook's off to the side of Rise in that bottom lane, but not in any kind of threat, whereas whoever senses something's up when he knows they're missing. And we'll get right back to that turret and let Shen push the wave into him. Shook off around towards the wolves, does find Holy Phoenix. Phoenix will jump over that wall in a moment, but not before he puts the damage down on Shook. He might actually win this fight. Shook does fall down, a little bit too aggressive, but the hook cancels the jump over the wall, has to flash away instead. Ward place, the ultimate could come out from Caitlyn if she wants to. Doesn't quite have it though, or at least not the damage as far as he's concerned. He doesn't think he's going to do the trick. Lets him get away, but this should open up this mid turret for a little bit of damage from Coutard, who is still ultimately very low on the health bar, but high on damage. He's well through his Zhonya's, and he is, of course, got that Abyssal Scepter already.
Joker's running right into Coutard, and in the bot lane, however, Naru might be in a bit of a situation. Limited Reckless joining Young Buck that bot lane. Coutard now also joining the party. The Iron Storm saving the tower from a little bit of damage, but that's almost grabbing Holy Phoenix there. So it looks like Fabulous wants to go in, but he's still waiting for Theoclus to join the battle.
Reckless Coutard backing away again. Now, realizing that all 5 members of DP had finally grouped up in that bottom lane, and that may have just been too much for them to take. They do back on out of there. Group back up very quickly in the mid lane though with Shook and push it away. Shook does take a lot of damage from Jace there. Jace just the Mana Moon and that Brutalizer so far. You see him leaping in onto Reckless. Reckless gets out of it, dodges the build-over pacemaker though. He takes a shock lance to the face. Doesn't go down onto Jace. Tristana's coming around one side, but Unlimited is in there to try and keep him at bay.
Naru actually recalling, getting ready for that teleport right now. if he is able to get a good teleport in, single someone out and kill him, then the team of DP can actually take control of the fight. But it's going to be really, really hard for the team of DP to do so.
Yeah, well, we'll see. He's got to find somewhere to teleport to first. At the moment, there's no wards in this mid lane, there's nothing like that. He could go in towards the Wraith camp. Fnatic have got a ward in that bush too. Then again, Wolves have got a ward in that bush too. So they would see him coming in and land and should get out of there. But at the moment, he's just got to deal with Young Buck in the top lane. And Young Buck is very, very threatening as far as that Rise is concerned. He's already killed him a couple of times and is in fact on a killing spree himself. Wolves happy to take this slow and steady, not risking it. They are only up by 8,000 gold. Could do with a little bit more if you'd ask them. They're just making sure of it, pushing the lanes in, keeping the pressure up. Red buff now going to Reckless, and they are starting to clear the wards out of the Baron, so they're realizing that's a possibility. And even if they don't go with it now, having the wards cleared is enough that when they go off the map, DP are going to start thinking about it. They're going to be worried, and they could use that to their advantage, baiting them into a trap.
Yeah, but Theoclus and Holy Phoenix might be in a little bit of situation here. As the Slicing Millstone goes out, he gets locked up. Holy Phoenix goes down, and now Theoclus, he's all alone. That sentence is going to spell death right for him. He's so tanky though, and look at him go. Walking out, it's not enough though. Now the turnaround is going to be the shock blast land, but Caitlyn wasn't there. Reckless was not in the vicinity, and they did lose Holy Phoenix. So now with Reckless there, they're going to be taking this tower one way or another.
Copenhagen Wolves, while their health is not exactly on the high side, neither is DP's. Copenhagen Wolves still have the extra damage on them. Now the Reckless is here, they can get through this turret pretty rapidly. But they are being pushed away. Good damage coming up from Jace, meaning Counterpart is very low. He's not quite got his Zhonya's finished yet. He's almost there with the gold, but only got enough for the Seeker's Arm Guard at the moment. Can't complete the entire item. So far, they are looking just a little bit shaky, but you could see there, that's why they haven't been getting too crazy aggressive. Yes, they are 8,000 gold up. Yes, they have been getting a lot of quick free kills, 17-4, but they can still lose this game to this DP lineup. Tristana can still get incredibly strong late game. Jace is still doing a lot of damage to both Shook and Counterpart. So if they go too crazy, they could still throw this away. But Shook is closing in on this Drake attempt that DP, oh, they do spot him at the last second. Could have been an interesting one. They pull off the dragon, give it away. But as of now, Copenhagen Wolves aren't going to start it straight away. And there we go. Shook now going to go in there and do it with Unlimited, because Unlimited has got 505 and has a complete Aegis of the Legion.
It's going to make him so tanky. He already is natural tank. He is trash. Going to get armor and ability power from all the souls he collects. It is interesting to see here that we have 63 souls here on trash, so that's quite a bit.
A rather large number. Holy Phoenix, with the help of Akalis, pushing out that middle lane once more. Leaving the farm in the bank. 174 CS to 210. Caitlyn's still a long way up. Of course, she's got those couple of extra kills. Here is a Infinity Edge, almost completed by Caitlyn. She shook, and actually Youngbuck, forcing the flash out from Naru in the top lane. They managed to get away from it, but now that's down. He's already been scared of Youngbuck for quite a while. Now that flash is down, he's got to be a little bit more worried. Caitlyn, 2v1 in the bottom lane. Holy Thoth, in fact, he's going to walk straight into them. Finds Phoenix, panics, gets away, 90 caliber nets to 1 point, flashes over the wall to safety. But Channel ultimately was needed. Torna, she goes out, catches the Holy Thoth. Pacemaker goes across, does help out with the kill, but ultimately doesn't get it. Phoenix is doing a lot of damage to Caitlyn, but another 90 caliber net gets him out of safety. Naru teleports in. Youngbuck can't get over the wall. 500 gold bonus for Fabulous, and Reckless is still somewhere in their jungle, but he's got support from Counterpart and Unlimited. They should not chase that any further.
And that dual teleport, it was amazing. Both of them going in, but here's Counterpart. He has Slicing Millstone. Here's the Rune Prism we were talking about. You are not going to land the Slicing Millstone, but there's someone right in the solo part of this lane. It is Holy Phoenix. He really needs to get out there. And he's running right to shoot. He actually jumped right to shoot.
Taking an ultimate.
He's
There it
taking
is.
massive damage. He aces the hole, and that's going to be the end of Holy Phoenix.
Nicely done. It was caught between the rock and a hard plate. And yes, he was surrounded by members of Copenhagen Wolves. And a nice ultimate from Caitlyn helped Shook out. could force a barrier as well. So that barrier's not going to be there next time we fight something. Ockley's in the top lane, is steadily pushing that turret down. They will actually get that, but that's nothing if Kautar manages to get this ult down onto all three members of DP in the mid lane. Nice Janna ult stops that from happening, but they do get the turret all the same.
That was an amazing Monsoon as well. Keeping Kautar at bay. And he was unable to use that slice to the fullest effect. You really need to get in there. And that's also why he was able to complete the Sonya's Hourglass. If he can actually get in there before the Monsoon lands, pop the Sonya's Hourglass, that's the point where Cannon is going to be rocking your face off. Unfortunately, well, Holy Top, again, every ultimate he has been using this game, the previous game, the games before that, they were spot on. And again, for the team of the Dark Passage actually, it is the Battle of Hot.
Deep Passage, yes. It goes a long way back. There's that passage in Dark, and it's... No, I'm not going to go there. Caitlyn and Tristana meeting up again, facing off in that mid lane, while Ryze steadily pushes that bottom lane. No TP on Ryze though, so he's got to make sure his team stays safe while he's down there and away from him. Otherwise it's going to be a 4v5. There is the pause. For we are yet to find out. The admins making their way over towards Copenhagen Wolves and Young Reckless, young Swedish boy. Has a lot of local fans here. We got that on the introductions earlier on. See exactly what the issue is. All Riot coming over as well.
Yeah, maybe you can actually get a wave here from the audience. We have a nice audience shot. Maybe we can make something happen.
Wave? No, we'll get to that a bit. We've got prize ceremonies coming. I think Rachel can do the honors of that one. She can run along the stage to make it happen.
All right, so as for now, the guys from Copenhagen Wolves, they are in the driver's seat. It's their game to lose, but the guys from Dark Passage, they're still holding on. They're doing such a fine job here.
Okay, yeah, you can see it from the chat now and see it from the admins over there. They have sorted out whatever the issue was, and the pause is resumed. Don't know what it was. It was something trivial from the sound of things, but they're in and they're going. Unlimited killing that pink ward, and Copenhagen Wolves immediately starting themselves on Baron. We do have a surrounding member of DP. They are closing in. Unlimited does start to delay a little bit by catching out Fabulous, but there is a ward in the Baron pen. A little bit too late though, and Shoot does manage to pick up the Baron itself. So this advantage that the wards have just got a whole lot bigger, and they've now got that buff as well as the goal they picked up from this, and they're going to keep pushing it in. We're going to get towards that top lane, towards that top tier 2 turret, pushing this advantage here, and making the most of it. Nice pillar, does actually separate Youngbuck from Limited, but unfortunately there's not much they can do with it. There's nothing to follow it up. Limited takes a little bit of a shot from Phoenix, but again, nothing too serious as far as taking him down is concerned.
And they're starting to push out. The moment this tower is going to go down, there's going to be the engagement from Copenhagen Wolves. They will just jump straight on the team of Dark Passage. But if Holy Phoenix can stay in the back, that might just be there. And there's the Oculus going straight in here. If he slides the from Cannon as well. It doesn't land for Holy Phoenix. Holy Phoenix still safe, but the tower is going down. The Oculus just got destroyed right in the center of the entire team of the guys from Copenhagen Wolves. And this is going to cost them an inhibitor. And maybe even more if they're not careful.
Yeah, Copenhagen Wolves are playing this safe. They do take that out first inhibitor, and then they make their way back and out again. The Oculus just a little bit too aggressive, giving Ultimate a very unlimited, sorry, a very easy hook to land. And then, of course, Cannon going deep in. Cannon probably could have stayed a little bit longer. He did start to turn around and get further out. He was pushed out by the Buster shot of Tristana, but if he hadn't turned around when he did, he wouldn't have gone quite so far. But he didn't know the Shen ult was on him. It was a little bit too quick, and he didn't react to it in time. But never mind, he saved his life. That's the main thing. And they got the inhibitor. So, job well done. Still healing up then. He's got that Sonya's Hourglass finished now as well, so he could have kept him there if he really wanted to, but he didn't need it. And now with the super groups pushing in on the top lane and the buff groups pushing in on every other lane, Copenhagen Wolves just have to pick one route into this DP base and push hard.
Yeah, and that's basically what they're doing right now. They're setting up for that. And both Shen and Cannon choosing two different lanes, just going to make sure that whatever lane they choose, the other buff lane is going to be at the tower. And Shen, well, he doesn't have St. United, and we saw what happened the moment Naru didn't have teleport and he was in the bot lane. The guys from Copenhagen Wolves, they picked up Baron right away, and I can't imagine that if there's anything that the guys from DP can do right now, it's going to be a 4 versus 5 fight that they have to win, and
just because they can.
yeah, Naru's taking quite a bit of damage though.
He's forced to run back to the fountain instead. He does have home guards though, so we'll be running back out pretty rapidly. Shen is split pushing up this bottom lane onto the tier 2 turret and now has a rather large wave of creeps alongside him. That should be down pretty quick. Actually, Reckless taking a lot of damage. He did get himself a little bit exposed. The Rune Prism goes out. He's forced to flash away and take a lot of shields, but the fight is on. Naru gets pulled straight back out and finished off by Unlimited for his 6th kill. That Thresh plate. Phoenix forced to leap away. And even though that fight was initiated by Reckless getting caught out, that's how far ahead Copenhagen Wolves are. He was absolutely unloaded on, but they could not finish him off. He did get out to safety, and it ended up backfiring for DP. Second inhibitor is going to fall here in the bottom lane. Counter slowed up a little bit by a trophy. A little bit ironic, I think. But they are now going to leave once more. They've got the objective they wanted. They're going to back out, reset, rinse, and repeat.
Yeah, the guys from Copenhagen Wolves, they went in top, they went in bot, and now there's only one way left, and that's going to be straight down the middle.
Making that charge up the Baron region, of course, meaning that in the time it took them to push that lane, they got all their health back again, and then Reckless decides he doesn't want it, catches a shock blast to the face and loses it all once more.
Right, coming in from the side,
Naru,
Naru
nice
actually
teleport.
catching power shot, but the Zonya is going to save his life. Dioclo is just going to get annihilated right on the spot. Now Fabulous ace in the hole.
Oh, that was a lot of damage. And a taunt goes out to Naru from max range. Kautar follows him in, hooked there as well. Caitlyn picks up a double kill. GG well played already comes out from Rise. They flash over the wall to go in, and there's that message which tells us players have already ended and left the game, giving Copenhagen Wolves the victory to this third and final game. There it is on your screen. There's the victory screen. Copenhagen Wolves plus Reckless, a little Swedish 16-year-old prodigy, have taken the DreamHack Summer 2013 League of Legends Amateur Tournament. They take home that first place prize, and in style, might I say. They did that with a little bit of flair to go with it. And, well, you can see Reckless's final score was at 5-2-10. But I think the real star of that one is that 6-0-9. It was unlimited. That was a pretty impressive Thresh play.
Yeah, definitely every single flight, every single death sentence, it just connected, and boom. If it hit, it was over for the team of DP. Just like that. So
we will see players up on the stage very shortly. Of course, they've got to make themselves look pretty and get ready for this prize ceremony before they take home that prize. But we will, again, have a quick analysis, look back over this game. We saw for the first 3 games that Copenhagen Wolves played, there's 2 semis and then the first game, that Nunu strategy worked out time and time again, just being that extra support for Reckless, being that extra man, getting into that bottom lane, giving him that extra little bit of a buff they needed, the blood ball, the attack damage, getting that early advantage, getting those towers, getting them through with that quick lead, the experience, nearly gold lead. However, the last 2 games it was banned out. Second game didn't work out for them. They went for Nautilus instead. Just got caught out left, right, and center. Couldn't quite get the lead they needed. And as a result, DP managed to turn it on, get some good 5v5s going, and they took home that second game. But game number 3, Wolves realized they had... sorry, Reckless just decided to duck under the camera, and I can't help but giggle. But DP weren't quite ready for that one. Honestly, their comp's good, and you saw at the end there and how long it took Wolves to do it. They weren't taking that slow just for the sake of safety. They were taking it slow because there was a chance there that they could have lost that game if they had gone in a bit too deep. But Copenhagen Wolves took it slow, took it gentle, and from about 7 minutes when that 5-man gang happened in the bottom lane, when they turned that engage back onto the DP side, they had the lead, they had the momentum, and they took control of that game.
Yeah, and it was definitely the pivotal point. All the members just flowing in, converging right at the moment they needed them to most. Copenhagen Wolves, 1 unit, and at that point DP was separated and got obliterated in 1 instant.
Yeah, exactly. Kautar, let's see what his final build was. He ended up with Zonya's Abyssal and double penetration item. Double penetration, 1 on his boots and on Haunting Guys, of course. So still very, very squishy as far as the health department goes. He had almost nothing in there, and was, as a result, taking so much damage. But when he did go in, he did a lot of damage, and he had a lot of sustain from the massive shields that were coming out from Shen and Thresh, and anyone else that could give him one. I think they just made something up and put an item in or something in there, and of course then he would Zhonya's if he really needed it. But I don't think I saw him cast it more than once, perhaps, and I think that once may have been by accident. But as a result, he did pick up 3 of the kills and pick up 10 assists to 0 deaths. So some very impressive score dropping down there.
Yeah, and again, they had someone in their team to actually get the carry, not become the carry. Game 1, it was reckless. Game 2, it didn't happen completely. Game 3, like you were saying, Kautar just getting so powerful. And then Shen, Thresh, just like you were saying. That is a strategy that was working well for Copenhagen Wolves. If the opposing teams can put a dent in that plan, well, you saw what happened in Game 2.
Exactly, but that is it for us as far as DreamHack Summer 2013 continues. We have 3 more LCS games coming, but first, Rachel is ready over on the stage with our winners.
Thank you so much, guys. Can we give one round of applause for Techno Link? All right, now one for Panky, just cause. Thanks, guys. All right, without further ado, I would like to bring out our second place team. Coming out over 352 teams to arrive at second place from Turkey. Please welcome Dark Passage. Holy Phoenix, is there anything that you want to say to all the fans watching back home, to your budding, sorry, we got to turn this way, to your budding esports scene to encourage them?
First of all, I want to thank all the supporters in Turkey. They support us in every way if we lose or win. So I want to thank them first of all. And second place is pretty good for us. I'm not sad or anything. And I want to say Happy Father's Day to my father.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Congratulations. As second place, you'll be taking home 35,000 Swedish kroner, courtesy of DreamHack. That's Robert Olin right there, DreamHack boss, taking care of business, handing out the money. Let's give them one more big round of applause. All the way from Turkey, some of the youngest players, a very promising team. Thank you so much, Dark Passage. You good, guys? And next up, claiming first place with some incredible games, it is your champions of the DreamHack League of Legends tournament, the Copenhagen Wolves. Take a bow, guys. Now, were you worried at all? I know that you had some trouble with Dark Passage in the group stage, so were you worried when you had to go up against them in the finals?
I wouldn't say we were exactly worried when we were going into the first game, but during the second game, and especially after that, we were like, we need to step up our game and control the early game again.
What was it that threw you for a loop?
We knew they liked to play the poke comp, but we didn't expect them to pick the Morgana when the Malphite wasn't there for them, which there was a combination they played a lot, so we wanted to take one out and then we assumed they wouldn't pick the other. That backfired.
We have a very exciting future ahead for Copenhagen Wolves. You might be losing Reckless, but you have plenty of talent under the hood, so what's next?
Next month we'll be playing at Gfinity in London, so take a look for us there.
All right, we certainly will. Let's give it up one more time for your first place team, the Copenhagen Wolves. They'll be taking home 70,000 Swedish kroner. A little bit richer, a little bit happier. Thank you so much, Boss DH. Thank you to our incredible casters. Thank you to the teams that participated, our incredible production crew. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have an excellent rest of the day. Stick around, we have LCS matches coming. Don't go anywhere.